Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the W900 rebuild. I just want to get a little update here and tell you what I'm about to start on here. It's kind of a big project, but just go over a couple updates on here. Just you guys saw in some other videos, got the missions done, able to drive it. Actually just got the plates this week. Actually when we were out on that trip, just a short trip, 140 miles, whatever it might be, but came back, antifreeze leaking on the ground, and found it was a leak up here at the top at that the heater that's the water goes to the heater core. So I got to replace the hoses. I'm just gonna do them all because you can see how those are kind of worn, like something was laying on top of it for a while. Actually, I don't even know what would have been, but anyway, I'm gonna replace all that, all these as well, the red and green ones as well, and then I did get a new door for the other side, compartment door here for the other side. Of course, you guys, I told you before, this one is gonna have a window in it coming up, but I gotta get it painted. I did buy the paint, just gotta refresh myself on how to do it and get that done. Actually, in this door, there's not a lot of paint because it's pretty much all window. It's just the edges and paint the butt, the screw or sand around all the rivets. But of course, tanks are on, all polished. I did get new rubbers for them. The one over there on their side is really short because it was just all wedged up at the bottom. But the next process here is to do the airbags. I bought all of them because these are like right underneath here. They're really like wore, like from probably this road debris, rocks, gravel hitting them all the time. And then you can see in there, there's some rust damming, and I'd like to get it off, get it cleaned out as well, and then paint behind there. Unfortunately, I'm not able to get the wheels off. They got them so dang tight. I can't get them off with a 5-foot breaker bar at all. So they're definitely more than 450 foot-pounds. But we got all these airbags. I did when I was ordering them, because there's actually different ones on here. You can see that one's kind of bent up there. And then it's supposed to have this big 1.5-inch nut. Well, a couple of them up here, actually the one I was just showing you, has maybe a 3/4 nut. So they're different sizes. The guy asked me if it was writing different. I never had a trailer on here, so I don't know. I imagine the other guy didn't have a problem either. But anyway, got the new airbags, and they'll all be the same size. Get rid of that rust damming behind there, and get them off. I was able to get this one off back here, but sorry, this is my next one. I was able to get this one off here. Kind of was a pain because I can't get any tools there because there's not enough room with the tires on there, and just you have to use a breaker bar to break them all loose, man. They're on there for sure. So I find it hard to believe these are original ones, but who knows, So here's a couple newer ones, but you can just have the smaller ends to them. So I had 3 with the smaller ends, and then the other 5 were correct. But we'll get them off, and then I'll show you those connections. Let me go back here real quick. So these connections, you would think that it screws off right here, right? Screws off right there, and then there's another piece that's where it goes to. That screws. Find it right here. So where am I at? Okay, so that one right there. So you think that would screw off of there. Well, that's actually a solid fitting. It doesn't turn. So I was fighting that for a while until I grabbed one of the new ones and figured out that that's actually a solid fitting there. So I ended up just cutting the lines here. Let me walk over here real quick. So I ended up cutting. I was like, well, I'm not gonna use them again anyway. So ended up just cutting them off so I could spin this on the inside there, because it's like this here is a fixed nut. It does not separate or does not spin on its own. So this is a one-piece deal. The only thing that spins is that big nut on the airbag itself. So that's what I did to get that one off. And then, of course, here's the bottom bolt of the airbag, right? Just took 2 wrenches together and snapped right off. So. And then the airbag seemed like it was stuck in there. I actually cut it open to see if there was a nut inside the airbag, but just a little couple pounds with the hammer, and it came loose. So that's where we're at. as of right now. And then let me show you the new airbags. Sorry if I'm jumping around here, but this is the door I'm replacing. You can see like someone tried to pry this open here, you know, and so that's where we're at on that. And here's the new airbags. All 8 of them. So you get that big 1.5 inch nut there. Actually, I think it's 1 5/16, and then it takes an 1.5 inch wrench to tighten it up, which I do need to get. And so here's the newness about it. So this part here spins, right? But this part here, you can't really tell, but it's fixed on there. So you have to really screw this onto that fitting on the inside of the frame, and then line this up to get it screwed on. Look, it's a big fitting, so it shouldn't be too difficult, like a pipe fitting might be. But that's where we're at on that. That's where we're gonna start with I'm just gonna take the airbags off. I am going to cut all these here off on the old airbags. No sense trying to fight it if I'm not gonna reuse them anyway. And you know, like I said, I bought all of them. Probably need to do that, but I don't know. I guess I'll just like to just do it right, and then when I get the frame painted, I won't have to take them back off, because I'm still debating whether to paint the frame. I'm going to say red, but it's not going to be red versus black. I know it wouldn't be red all the way through, so that's kind of, maybe that's a bad deal as well. But if you look at this paint in the sun, and the paint that I bought, it has like maroon metallic in it. So the paint has maroon metallic in it, and you don't even see it when you're looking inside. When you go outside in the sun, it's very apparent that this has red flake in it. So when I bought the paint, I was trying to get the guy, I think he misunderstood what I was trying to ask him, but I wanted the color of the metallic in there. So that maroon red color, I was trying to get the color for that. And he just said, oh, I'll just hand you a book and you try to match it up. So really wasn't too helpful, but that's probably what I'll end up doing, is just taking what's left on the inside of the can of the paint, and then matching up with the paint chip, right? So that's the color I want it. I'm thinking to paint in the frame, and then of course the fenders will be the same color. And then when we do the double hump fenders on the back, then back here, then I will paint those black with a maroon stripe on those as well, going over the top. So that's I think would look nice. I've seen a couple trucks on the semi-casual show where they're black. We're actually getting ready to do one right now. Black with a red frame. It's for the Reshwish company. This is like his personal truck. So the frame's red on his truck, and he said he's gonna paint it. It won't be red, it'll be the color of the metallic. Well, I'm thinking it's probably the same color as this, just a newer version, right? Where he wants to paint it that maroon color from the paint. So looking forward to seeing that get done, because that's gonna give me a clear vision, I think, of what I wanna do on this frame. So I don't know, maybe the guys can do it from the rear back, and then do this portion here from the cab forward. I don't know if it's that big of a deal sometimes to do leaf springs and stuff, but I don't know. It's just, you know, everything's money, right? So you just try to do what you can and make sure it'll work out for you. But that's my thoughts anyway. And trying to think what else is going on with the truck. Oh, I'll show you this. I think I showed you the door, but excuse my mess over here. But just like going 100 directions and work and trying to work on this truck when I got some spare time as well. But this is the other door I bought, so you can see it's green. It's in great shape. I mean, not even a dent on the thing. So that's what I'm gonna repaint to go where that one looks like it was pried open. So anyway, I'm gonna YouTube some of this. You know, it's gonna take me a long time just to get the bolts off, so I'll probably just do it in segments, because you'll just, you know, you're gonna get bored, just like I'll probably get bored fighting these bolts all the way through. So anyway, we'll catch up a little bit later. Thank you. Good morning, guys. Next day, just wanted to give you a little update here how I'm doing. Got all the bolts off, just finished this side up just now. So I'm gonna go through here and I'm gonna cut this off right here with the cutting wheel, because like I said, I'm not gonna reuse these at all. I have all new ones, so they'll make this line getting off easier off the air fitting. So that's gonna be next, and I wanted to show you too. It's amazing, this rust damming. You can really see in there not how thick that rust damming really is. It's probably 1/8 of an inch thick in there. And that one too, you can see in there as well. But this is the one side that has, I don't really know if they're different bags. I don't know what the difference in the size of the valve is. The tube looks to be the same size. So I don't see why it wouldn't be getting the same air as the bigger ones. But the one guy had asked me if it rode differently, and like I said, I don't really know. Never really hauled anything yet. But anyway, so that's where we're at right now. Only had 2 break, snap off when I was trying to get them loose. So of course those were easy to get off, right? But only 2 bolts broke out of all that. I think all the bolts on the bottom of the airbags will end up breaking off because the first one, you know, I did and just snapped right off very easily actually. So, which is fine, not a big deal. Like I said, I'm not using anything again. Anyway, so I'm gonna get going on cutting those lines here, and then get back at you when I get all the lines cut and the bags are off. All right, guys, got all these airbags off. You can see, like, this one looks pretty good actually. Like I said, I don't know how old these are, but I guess one here, this is like, look at all that crap right there. It's just cake. This is some damming that was, actually it was up here, so how thick that is right there now. And then it was a fight to get these off, man, I'm telling you. It was, these 2 are different sizes, so you gotta fight that. And then trying to get in there, and you're only fighting against airlines, so they wanna move, and so you have to hold the connection steady on the inside of the frame, crank on the outside of the frame, so it gets a little tricky. And this looks pretty good too, actually. And then this one looks pretty good. See, there's more damming there. See how it actually even bows out the metal? Pushes it out like that. Isn't that crazy? Look at that. There's a piece right here actually. Look at that. It's all just for rusting there. And then this looks pretty good. This one looks pretty bad here. That is probably mostly dirt in there because I think that came off the back. I don't remember now. But anyway, that's all of them right there. Just gonna start on the rest here, and then let me walk over here real quick. Okay, so they're all off, and then I'm gonna start cleaning all this up in here, you know, because it looks pretty bad. I'm just gonna paint it. I chiseled it off with air chisel, and then gonna come back out here and paint it, and so at least it's paint behind there, you know. So that's the plan next. I'll give you an update here shortly. All right, guys, I'm back. I got them all on now. Definitely a chore, but I bet you I saved a couple grand just doing it myself. Like I said, it could have been easier to get the tires off, but I just couldn't get them lug nuts busted loose at all. So I could see that would be a little easier if they were off. But other than that, they're all back on. I gotta do the shocks, but though that's another challenge in another day. So, but it's all good there. Another new one. I did find out that this. See right here, this was missing a nut. The nuts, I took the nut off because it was as wide as this one was, and then wouldn't allow you to tighten this up. So I had to just talk to the guy about getting me a couple of these nuts. I don't mind just fixing it myself. And all that does is hold that bracket on there. And you can see these here, what I'm talking about, where they have that small nut right there, or thinner nut. When they're the same size, they touch. So doesn't tighten down, but that's all on there. Good thing I've done it. Some adjusting, I'm not sure if that's right. I just put the rod back in there for the height. Actually seems a little bit higher, but maybe I'm just because I'm used to seeing it bottomed out sitting here with no air. So anyway, just wanted to give you an update on that, and then I think I'm going to work on doing this the airlines for the trailer and do the pogo stick and stuff like that to get that on there. And in case I wanted to go use it, I could use it. So anyway, just want to thanks for you guys tuning in on doing this airbags. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate trying to build this up. I got a lot of work to do on this truck and be some good step-by-step stuff. I mean, the airbags was not really too much of a step-by-step, just a moment in time every time, but it just seemed like it would just be, one long video of me trying to get the nuts off and get these, get the air lines off, but that was the challenge itself. Anyway, so thank you again. Appreciate it.